So here's the bombshell that just dropped. Nike just locked down Filipino tennis rising star Alex Eala with a mind-blowing 3-year deal worth $45 million. Yeah, you read that correctly. We're talking about $45 million for this emerging talent who's been absolutely crushing it on the tennis scene. But here's where this story takes a wild turn. While Nike is throwing everything they've got at Eala, they're completely icing out someone who's been loyal to them for years. We're talking about the current world #1, Aryna Sabalenka. Nike has been tracking Alex Eala's every move, and what they discovered convinced them she's going to dominate tennis, particularly across Asian markets. Word is spreading that massive crowds have been swarming just to watch Eala compete. The energy surrounding her is absolutely explosive, and Nike realized they needed to move immediately. The pressure was on because they weren't the only major player in this game. New Balance and Adidas were both aggressively chasing Eala, and Nike absolutely could not afford another Coco Gauff situation. You remember that disaster when Nike lost Coco Gauff to New Balance, right? That was a crushing defeat for the brand, and they've been regretting it ever since. Gauff transformed into one of tennis's most valuable marketing assets, and Nike watched her walk away. They swore they wouldn't repeat that catastrophic mistake. So when Eala's opportunity presented itself, they pounced without hesitation. And honestly, who could question that strategy? The excitement around Eala is absolutely infectious. While neither Nike nor Eala's representatives have officially verified the contract specifics, numerous industry insiders are confirming this $45 million 3-year agreement plus performance bonuses that could push the total even higher. But here's what makes this deal absolutely insane. Eala isn't just signing a typical endorsement contract. Nike is positioning her as their flagship representative for all of Southeast Asia. This is massive, people. Nike is basically declaring that Eala will be their regional spokesperson, and they're placing enormous bets on her influence to boost sales and brand awareness throughout Southeast Asia. Consider the implications of this move. Nike is pouring serious money into Eala's career, providing her with financial backing, plus an incredible platform and responsibilities that come with tremendous exposure and accountability. They're giving her superstar treatment, the exact same level of attention reserved for only their most elite sponsored athletes. She's receiving personalized gear, major marketing campaigns, and every premium perk that comes with Nike's signature athlete status. Now let's address what everyone's thinking about. Aryna Sabalenka. While Eala is receiving this incredible contract and massive attention, Sabalenka has been completely ignored, and the difference couldn't be more obvious. Sabalenka has spent years requesting Nike to upgrade her contract terms. She's been outspoken about demanding recognition that reflects her standing as one of tennis's premier competitors. Earlier this season, Sabalenka directly confronted Nike about wanting a completely custom exclusive wardrobe that matched her status as the world's top-ranked player. She believed she earned that level of respect from Nike.
And yeah, unfortunately next season it's not gonna be that special for me, but exactly.
Nike's response was brutal. They flat out refused. Nike stated they weren't prepared to provide Sabalenka with the elevated status she was requesting. Think about how devastating that must have been. Sabalenka, who has multiple Grand Slam victories and holds the world #1 ranking, was basically told by Nike that she wasn't valuable enough for a custom wardrobe. Yet the moment Nike witnessed Eala's growing fan base and the buzz she was creating, they immediately jumped in with this enormous contract. The implications are crystal clear, aren't they?
From tennis fans once again after Aryna Sabalenka said that she would not be getting any star treatment at the Slams next year. I'll discuss whether Aryna is truly being snubbed by the swoosh brand.
Sabalenka has maintained her Nike partnership for years. She's captured major championships. She's dominated the rankings, yet Nike refused to meet her requests. Meanwhile, a promising player like Eala, who definitely has amazing talent but hasn't matched Sabalenka's accomplishments yet, lands a $45 million deal and becomes Nike's regional ambassador for an entire continent. The way they're treating Sabalenka is completely outrageous.
And she's been in the headlines this season alone multiple times. First for smashing her racket, following her Australian Open loss to Madison Keys, and then of course that infamous Roland Garros press conference situation where she downplayed Coco Gauff's success, and she faced a lot of criticism for that.
Hold on though, because this situation gets even more complicated. Nike and Sabalenka's partnership has apparently been falling apart for months now, and recent developments have made everything worse. Sabalenka has publicly acknowledged that Nike has stopped producing custom-designed outfits for her. She's even revealed that she's been sending Nike direct messages, desperately trying to persuade them to continue providing those specialized outfits she's been requesting. But based on everything we're seeing, the situation is rapidly deteriorating, and their business relationship probably won't last through this year. So what caused this breakdown? Multiple issues are contributing to this mess. There was Sabalenka's devastating defeat to Madison Keys at the US Open. That loss really hurt her standing, and Nike clearly wasn't pleased with how that tournament ended. But even more damaging were Sabalenka's controversial statements about Coco Gauff following Gauff's Roland Garros victory. Those remarks sparked major drama in the tennis community, and Nike, which prioritizes its brand reputation above everything, was absolutely furious about being connected to that scandal. Nike has been systematically pulling away from Sabalenka both publicly and privately. Sources suggest the brand isn't supporting her actions anymore, and as these problems keep mounting, Nike is obviously making a strategic business choice to cut ties with Sabalenka. They're safeguarding their corporate image and standing in professional sports, even if it means dropping a top-tier athlete. But the drama doesn't end there. Nike apparently issued warnings to Sabalenka about her conduct and attitude, but nothing changed. At the WTA Finals, cameras captured Sabalenka expressing frustration, and there are even claims that she directed racial abuse toward Elena Rybakina following her finals defeat. I need to emphasize that these are extremely serious accusations, and if accurate, they represent a massive issue. Nike, which was already frustrated with multiple aspects of their Sabalenka partnership, was reportedly horrified by her treatment of fellow competitors during that entire tournament. These behavioral problems appear to have damaged the Nike-Sabalenka relationship beyond any possibility of recovery. When you factor in the court disappointments, the controversial public statements, and the alleged mistreatment of other athletes, you can understand why Nike might be ready to walk away. And with Alex Eala's signing, it really seems like Nike has decided exactly where they want to focus their investment dollars going forward. The timing of this whole mess is incredibly harsh for Sabalenka. Picture yourself in her situation. You're ranked #1 globally. You've won multiple Grand Slam tournaments. You've been begging your sponsor for years to provide the respect you believe you've earned, and they keep rejecting you. Then suddenly, they hand out a massive $45 million contract to a younger athlete who, despite being incredibly gifted, hasn't accomplished what you have. That has to be absolutely devastating. From Nike's viewpoint, they're obviously making a calculated business decision based on numerous considerations. Yes, Eala has enormous potential and is creating incredible buzz, especially in markets Nike wants to expand into. But this decision involves much more than just tennis skills. It's about marketability, personal conduct, public perception, and who can most effectively represent their brand in the future. And right now, Nike has obviously concluded that Eala is a smarter investment than Sabalenka. Nike's message to Sabalenka couldn't be clearer. They've moved forward. They discovered their next superstar, and they're committing everything to her success. With this enormous contract for Eala, Sabalenka has virtually no chance of receiving anything resembling what she was hoping for. Actually, her Nike relationship might be completely finished. So where does Sabalenka go from here? She's going to have to secure a new sponsorship deal if her Nike situation continues deteriorating. Other companies exist, but losing Nike represents a serious setback, both financially and professionally. As for Eala, this represents an amazing opportunity. She has support from one of the planet's most powerful brands, and now she needs to prove her worth and demonstrate that Nike made the correct decision. This entire situation is absolutely wild, and it's going to be really interesting watching how everything unfolds in the upcoming months. Drop your opinions in the comments section. Do you believe Nike made the correct choice? Is Sabalenka getting unfair treatment, or did her actions create this situation? And what are your thoughts on Alex Eala landing this huge contract? Share your perspective, and remember to like this video and subscribe for more tennis updates and commentary. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.